Hello, it's Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific, so guess what? Time for EWB TV. Yay! I'm popping on today to talk about feeling good. Why is that important? Probably we talk about that, we hear about it, we focus on the good and all that good stuff. And so, why is that? I'm going to type in a welcome message real quick here. If you're catching this live on Facebook or YouTube or Periscope, then let me know. If you have any questions or anything, I got my chat box open. I can read it. I may not type a response, but I will definitely read it and chat with you through the podcast. So I want to talk about feeling good because it seems so esoteric. And I'm not talking about Pollyanna, quote unquote, type of a Pollyanna attitude or you're a Pollyanna kind of thing. And that term is often used in a way it's somewhat derogatory or belittling, like as if you're not being realistic. And here's why that's kind of funny because based on my years of research in quantum physics and um, quantum biology and quantum mechanics and such, and metaphysics, it's clear that feelings are frequencies. And the way we create what we experience in the so called outside world, because there really is no in and out, it's all entangled and interwoven. The illusion is that there is the outside and the inside. However, feelings are frequencies, and what we feel is what we transmit into the quantum field, into the simulated field. And that's how things are created. It's not an attraction, it's not the law of attraction, it's the law of creation. And we create by the feelings we feel, whether we're conscious of them or not. If we are constantly experiencing feelings, if we're constantly experiencing events that are draining, overwhelming, leaving us feeling less than, then we know that we're unconsciously transmitting mostly feeling bad feelings. The energy of feelings either spins in contraction or expansion. Feeling bad feelings have a clockwise spin, and feeling good feelings have a counterclockwise spin. So, feeling good has to do with our health, has to do with so many other things. And it's not a situation of, oh, Pollyanna. It has to do with what kind of reality do we want to create? What kind of health do we want to have? Do we want to be healthy, have a strong immune system? Or do we want to be constantly vulnerable to whatever virus, or I'm not talking about COVID, I mean just a cold or stumbling, falling, all of these things aren't happening to us. They're being created by us, by how we feel, whether it's conscious or unconscious. And again, if you want to get a sense of what you're transmitting, primarily, look around you. Are you getting cut off in traffic? Are you feeling like people are rude or are ignoring you? That's because you're transmitting that anticipation of that happening. No one's out to get us. We are the us. We are all interconnected. It all has to do with feeling, whether we're feeling good or bad. And the feeling bad feelings, all that lumps in there: judgment, blame, shame, unworthiness. And the feeling good is all is well, joy, gratitude, compassion. One feels tight and heavy, and it has like a sense of gravity, heaviness to it. Whereas the counterclockwise expansion, feeling good feelings, feel light, airy, free, calm. Our physical energy field, the body, and remember, it's not solid, it's not, it's energy spinning, either contraction or expansion, combination. Our physical body, when we're feeling bad, whether we are aware of it or not, if we get anxious about something, worried about something, that stimulates our heart rate to speed up. And when the heart rate is speeding up, it kicks in the sympathetic mode of our autonomic system, the stress mode, with all its cascade of events. And when we're in stress mode long enough, guess what? Our immune system becomes compromised. Is that worth it? Not really. I don't care whatever happened. One, taking ownership of the fact that somehow, some way, your feelings being transmitted perhaps unconsciously helped co-create that event, that experience, empowers you to perhaps shift your perception that you can create your experiences differently, more joyfully, with the end result being more peace in your life. When we are in the parasympathetic mode of the autonomic system, the healing, restorative mode, different hormones are released: dopamine, serotonin, as opposed to cortisol in the stress mode. And it improves our immunity. It helps raise the alkalinity of our body cells, which optimum should be around 7.0 pH. So feeling good is important. And if there's feeling bad feelings coming in, how about we check in as to what that's really about? What if we instead of embracing the feeling bad feelings as having something to do with our value or who we are, what if we change that up and just view that as information about something maybe we're studying and researching for self-realization? What if it was not who we are, but just something we're researching? What if the feeling good feelings was actually who we are? Play with that. There's so much science to back that up. And there's so much metaphysical, I don't say dogma, but there's so much metaphysical belief systems that also support that experience of already being connected. We're not on the outside trying to get back into something. We're already in connecting. Sorry, someone who's watching this, I'm picking up tightness in the throat. That's what happens when you're an intuitive empath. You experience what other people are feeling, and that's okay. So the point I'm making is to offer or invite whoever watches the podcast to step back and perhaps reframe the context of feeling good versus feeling bad, and begin to see feeling good as a preferred focus, knowing that a basic quantum rule is that whatever we focus upon expands. Whether we're aware of it or not, whatever feeling we're focusing upon, there's going to be more of it. That's a basic quantum rule. So I don't know about you, but I'd rather have more joy, more fun, more laughter, more feeling of wholeness and contentment in my day-to-day life. I really don't want to invite or create more angst, stress, hopelessness, despair, unworthiness. Why? Especially when you know the fact that it's diminishing your immune system. And right now, it's an important time as we're working through this pandemic experience that we collectively created to enhance our immune system, to support it, to restore it, to optimize it. And that's what automatically happens. We're quantum biologically designed to do that. I mentioned this before, that the molecular structure of an amino acid, the molecule of that amino acid, actually has two parts, a mirror image of itself. There's the counterclockwise left turning, the L-taurine, the L-glutamine, and then there's the clockwise right turning, the R-glutamine, the R-taurine. And our DNA only uses the expansion left turning portion of the amino acid molecule as the building blocks for the DNA strands. So right now, your body, if you were to tune in and tap into it and focus on feeling it, right now your body is already primarily spinning in expansion, all of your DNA. And when we focus on feeling the feeling bad contraction spin feelings, it begins to interfere with the DNA strands' ability to be optimized. It actually compresses them and weakens the bonds in the DNA strands, which eventually can lead to disease, cancer, you name it. There's a lot of research on this. One person is Dr. Bruce Lipton. He talks about epigenetics above the genes. It's not genetically, like if you don't get it, cancer, you're not predisposed to cancer from some sort of physical gene blueprint. It's the energy, it's above the physical. It's the contraction, feeling bad feelings that are passed on from one generation to the next in their belief system, in their self perception. So I invite you to take a look at that. Maybe it's helpful to you. I can assure you that if you do focus on feeling good, you will enhance your immune system. And like I said before, that's a good thing right now. Now, to help that, I did create a while back a 17-minute MP3 file called the Divine Heart Coherence Meditation Technique. And what is meditation? It's just a practice or a methodology to shift your energy from contraction focus to expansion focus, from feeling bad feelings to feeling good feelings, if you want to put it that way. And this is based on my research in the fusion of metaphysics and quantum biology and such. Now, this is a freebie. I created this to support those who were interested in taking more ownership of who they are and how they feel, knowing that how they feel is what creates what they experience from day to day. If you go to my website, and it's scrolling slowly across the bottom of the screen here, empoweredwholebeing.com, you'll see in the main menu a tab, Self-Discovery. And when you hover over that, the drop-down box will show Divine Heart Coherence Technique. And click on that. That has all the information about the process. It has a downloadable PDF so that you can get the instructions, which I highly recommend reading a couple times because this is a little different than probably what you've experienced before, because it's taking into account that the heart's the primary transmitter of feeling frequencies, electromagnetic energy, and that the belly brain, now remember the heart has 40 million neurons, and the belly brain has over 100 million neurons. It does a lot of, has a lot of effect on our overall emotional balance. The belly brain is a primary receptor, receiver of electromagnetic frequencies, aka feeling frequencies. So out and in. So there's this whole process. It's very simple. You're welcome to download the MP3 file. So like I said, there's a downloadable PDF with the instructions. There's a link to request the MP3, which again is free. That will take you to a page where you fill in your name and email address, and when you click submit, it automatically, just take a breath and wait, it'll automatically redirect you to the download page for the MP3, and then you're all set. So this tool will help manage where your focus is: contraction, expansion. The more you're in expansion, you're going to see your life easing up a little bit. The more you're in contraction, it's going to get a whole lot harder, and it'll be more susceptible to illnesses or self-injury. That's just the way things work in the quantum field. So might as well have fun with it. Might as well empower ourselves to work with our reality instead of against it. So next time, next week I'll pop on for a little bit and talk about some other aspects. But I just wanted to invite you all to step back and maybe have a different viewpoint of what feeling good is. It's not a Pollyanna situation. It's being aware of energy and choosing to shift it back into expansion spin, back into feeling good, counterclockwise energy. Read more about it on the website. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you watch this on the replay, let me know. Just type in replay or hi or whatever, it'd be great. Until next week, joy be with you.